Good morning. This is Lisa Kaye with Just for Today, and I'm going to give a few seconds for folks to come on live with me that normally come on live with me. Um, Hope everybody's doing okay this morning. This is Lisa Kaye with Just for Today. Welcome, everybody. We are live in South Carolina. Out here on my porch this morning. Pretty dark this morning, kind of hard to see to go out in the yard. So I just decided to stay up on my porch this morning. It is a beautiful morning. It is still very warm outside, but I guess it's August. Day's August the 30th. And what do we should expect this, right? But good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for chiming in this morning. Just want to say this is our early morning offering with Promise Resource Network, 6:30 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is a time for us to get together and just share with each other some inspiration, devotional, um, some words that maybe we couldn't consider for a lifetime or for a week or for a day, but maybe just for today you'll hear something, see something, realize something this morning that you can carry with you just for today. And if it's helpful today, maybe you'll adopt this for an attitude or something that you'll add to your recovery toolbox for a lot longer than just for today. Guys, share this on your social media. um, I just found that it is a great way to start your day is with some sort of devotional or inspirational word, whether you do it privately or you watch something on television or whatever you do. For me, it always starts my day out better. It gets me focused in my spiritual self, my inspirational self. Mondays are hard for people. They're hard for me. Coming out of a weekend, getting ready for the work week or the school week or whatever you got going on. Um, Sundays can be really tough. And so Monday mornings can even be tougher when we're thinking about our week and what we have ahead of us. But this morning, I just want to shout out those of you who are joining me this morning. I appreciate you guys coming on live with me this morning. I don't like feeling alone. So we have Mr. Aaron Wells out there this morning saying just for today. Today is ready to give us its best of grace and love. And we have Miss Darlene in the house. Darlene, good to see you this morning. I've been watching you um, on your Facebook lives, on your Facebook page, and you are doing it, girl. You're showing us strength. I saw something yesterday that where you're working on your knees and you're stretching and just really showing us how devoted you are to your wellness from your physical aspect of your wellness, showing us that it is painful, but you can get through it. And I just appreciate you being vulnerable and brave to get out there and on Facebook Live and let folks share with you what's going on. And we have Miss Deidre in the house saying, "Good morning, sunshine." It's coming up. If you can see in the background, it's trying to come up. So I just wanted to give you guys for as long as we can in early morning views of nature and the sun coming up. And it is going to be a good day today. Today is August the 30th, and August is saying goodbye to us. So let's embrace what we have left of August. We're heading into September. which is one of my favorite months because it's still warm, but it brings about so many changes and so many things that we enjoy, or I enjoy, in the fall, which is I'm not really a big pumpkin person and all that stuff, but I do like football and being able to get out in the yard during most of the day when it's not so hot, when we start feeling some cooler weather. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the sights and the sounds this morning up here on the front porch. Um, Guys, I want to start off by saying that my front porch means a lot to me. Any kind of porch means a lot to me. I grew up in the time that family gathered on the porch, no matter what time of the year it was. And my grandmother and my grandfather lived in a little town called Moore, right next to Spartanburg, South Carolina, and just a country town. Lived on lots of acreage, a farmhouse with a big porch that reminds me so much of my front porch. Had a swing on one end. I hadn't gotten a swing yet, but maybe one day. And we used to sit out there as kids and listen to the adults talk and all those things. And one of the things that I do remember is that the adults would sit around and talk about their woes, and they would talk about all kind of things, but they also would talk about things that they want, inspired to do, dreams. And there's so many things that are said on the front porch. I have a sign out here that says what's said on the front porch stays on the front porch. A lot of secrets, a lot of heartfelt things that is between family and close friends, right? But also a lot of things that are said that are risky, trying, um, because you feel comfortable maybe with the people that are on the porch with you, right? So, whatever your porch is this morning, wherever you are, I hope you can reminisce a little bit about places that you are really vulnerable to kind of speak your mind and your heart. And what I want to talk to you about this morning is what we call, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that up there this morning, so you'll kind of, if you're watching, you'll see it. Defying gravity. Well, one of the things that is talked a lot about on my porch with my children and close friends is something very, we didn't define it as this, but this is exactly what it is. It's defying gravity. So, what am I talking about? And why am I talking about this on a Monday morning? Well, starting in September, there is a musical called Wicked, and it is one of the things that brings me so much joy. I love seeing this musical, and it's about the Wizard of Oz. Those of us that grew up watching the Wizard of Oz, or you love to watch that classic, we know the storyline, right? We know that storyline. But Wicked tells the story of the Wicked Witch. And in the musical, her name is Alphaba. She is the Wicked Witch, and of course, Glinda, if you remember, is the Good Witch. And in Wicked, this is the story, the untold story of um, the Wicked Witch. There's so much to learn from this musical, and if you haven't seen it, please go see it. It'll be in Blumenthal. Um, Starts sometime in September, 1st of September, and goes through, the 1st of October. It is about a month going, and I will be there. Every time it comes, I'm going to be there. I always learn something from Wicked every time I go. So much going on. And if you know the storyline of the Wizard of Oz, you know that the Wicked Witch's story is not told. It's about Dorothy, right? And about Glinda. Well, this is about the Wicked Witch. And it made me think about so many of us, our stories aren't complete. They're not told. There's so many things about us that only the world may see, and we never get out there and really spread our wings because of what we think people think of us, right? And Alphaba, which is the Wicked Witch in Wicked, she defies gravity. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning about what do I mean by defying gravity? That is the theme song of Wicked. And when you see Wicked or you read the book, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm hoping I'm going to bring that to light for you this morning on a Monday, just for today. That today on a Monday, August the 30th, that you can defy gravity today. So what do I mean by that? So I'm going to give you a few things before we get to our reading. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get to our reading, and then we'll go back to defying gravity. So in my recovery material this morning, I've got something that goes along with defying gravity. So I want that to be your word, your phrase today, maybe this week, maybe this will be your phrase for your life. I don't know, but I think I'm going to adopt it for my life. Defying gravity. So we got out here this morning. Everybody's talking about the front porch this morning. You got Miss Kim Porter in the house this morning. Good morning, Miss Kim. We'll see you in just a little bit. Aaron says both of my grandmothers had porches. That is where we hung out as a family also. Yep. Those are some good times. Darling says that's all missing from my home is a good old porch. Yeah, maybe you have one built onto the front of your house. Deidre said, I love, love, love my porch. I remember porch moments from a very small child with my grandparents. Absolutely. And I tried to create the same thing when I bought this house a couple of years ago. That's one of the things that sold me was the front porch, because I wanted to recreate those memories for my children and my grandchildren, and I have. Me and my son Joe have sat out here for a couple of years, and even other homes that I had, as well as my youngest son, just planning out and reminiscing. Right, it's beautiful. Good morning, Miss Courtney. Good morning. We'll see you in a little bit too, Miss Courtney. Be there shortly to Promise Resource. Can't wait to see you this morning. Well, let's get started this morning. Good morning. This is just for today. Defying gravity. Can we learn that today? Can we adopt that today? I hope so. So I'm going to read to you this morning a little passage from my recovery material, and then we're going to break it down to you in the next 20 minutes about defying gravity and see if this can't be your phrase, at least for just for today. There have been days when many of us felt that good times would never come again. You know that feeling? Good times would never come, that this is your lot in life. After so many disappointments, it seemed too painful to continue to hope. We shut our hearts and our minds to our dreams and stopped expecting to find happiness. We weren't happy, but at least we wouldn't be let down anymore. Have you ever been in that? It's like, well, I'm not going to hope anymore. I'm not going to dream anymore. At least if I stop doing that, I'll never be disappointed again. I'll never cry about that again. Caring, hoping, wanting, these are risky. But as we recover, we may find that the risks are worth taking. In time, it may not be enough to simply avoid disappointments. We want more. We want rich, full, exciting lives with joy as well as sorrow. Just finding the willingness to believe that joy can exist in our lives today can be very challenging. But until we make room in our hearts for good times, we may not recognize them when they arrive. So we got to make room, guys. We got to start changing our ways of thinking. If we don't make rooms in our lives for these beautiful things, we may not see them or recognize them when they show up. Nobody is happy all the time, but all of us are capable of feeling good. We deserve to allow ourselves to experience every bit of joy life has to offer. So just for today, I will not let fear of disappointment prevent me from enjoying this day. I have a great capacity for happiness. I want to grow in all my willingness to make room in my life for good times, having faith in that they arrived, and patience in my anticipation. So caring, hoping, wanting, these are risky. They cause us to get out of our comfort zone. They cause us to maybe listen to people that are not happy. They're not willing to take risk. So therefore, they may not want us to take risk, right? So what does this defying gravity mean? In recovery, we have that moment where we decide to take risk. We decide to start dreaming again. We make the choice to allow our higher power to guide us. And as we tell our stories, as we open up our hearts and our dreams to people, they can shoot it down. They can say, that's impossible. You can't get a job like that. You have a felony. You can't do that. You're too old. You've missed that boat. You can't go back to school. You're in your 40s or 50s or 60s. You should have done that a long time ago. That's one of the things your unwellness took from you. Oh, well, you'll just have to find joy and happiness and fulfillment somewhere else. You need to move on. You need to let that go. You'll never achieve that. Or, just for today, we can defy gravity. So what am I talking about? So, gravity. Gravity is the force which causes things to drop to the ground, like your heart, like keeping your feet cemented on the ground because of someone else's words or maybe intrusive thoughts. That's what gravity is when we're talking in the light of this. We understand if an apple falls from a tree, right, it hits the ground. Just like when someone burst our balloon, our bubble, we fall to the ground. Our hearts fall to the ground. But just for today, you can defy gravity. You don't have to believe the lies. You don't have to. If you can think it, you can feel it, you can achieve it. So what's holding you down this morning? What's holding you down? Who, what, where, whatever is your gravity? I challenge you today to maybe step aside from that gravity and defy it. That person, place, thing that keeps you cemented down, that keeps your dreams grounded, that doesn't allow them to take flight. So defying gravity means to defy what is expected of you. You're too old to do that. Why do you wear your hair long, Lisa? You're old now. You should get your hair cut. Why do you try to stay so young? You're too old to go back to school. You shouldn't apply for that job. Even if you don't have to check the box, right? You know you're going to have to tell them about your criminal background. So why bother? You need to just settle for whatever you can find to bring in whatever kind of money you can bring in. That ship has sailed. I challenge you this morning to rebuke that and defy gravity. So to defy gravity means to defy what is expected of you, doing what you want, what you dream of, and ignoring everyone who says you can't. These are people that you will meet who say that things are impossible, but I bet they are not. I bet they are not. So defying gravity. What is it this morning that keeps you grounded, that won't allow you to fly? So I want to read to you a few lines of the song, Defying Gravity. I know this song well. I play it a lot in the truck going to work or wherever I'm going. It really helps me continue to believe that I can defy gravity. No matter what has happened in my life, no matter what joy I've struggled to maintain, what has been robbed from me, what I have given up freely, that I can defy gravity. So in this musical, the Wicked Witch has made a decision. Her and Glinda are at odds in this scene. And Glinda wants her to do the status quo, just to hang out with the wizard. That's what you always wanted. To do what was expected of her. Because, she is green. She is the Wicked Witch. But this is what the Wicked Witch says in Wicked. So I want you to listen to the words. And you can Google it if you want to go back and read the whole thing. If you've never seen the musical, it's called Defying Gravity, Wicked. But the Wicked Witch says to her, when she doesn't want to stay with the wizard and do what is expected of her, she said, "But I don't want it. No, I can't want it anymore. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leap. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down." And Glinda says to her, "Can I make you understand that you're having delusions of grandeur?" How many times have people said that to us? "You're delusional. You can't do that. The world won't allow you to do that. You should just stick with the wizard. You should just stick with what people are expecting of you. Because look at you. Look at you." Right? But this is what the Wicked Witch has to say. "I'm through accepting limits because someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change, but till I try, I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high of cost. I'd sooner buy defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye. I'm defying gravity, and you can't pull me down." And even in the song and in the storyline, Glinda the Good Witch tries to convince the Wicked Witch, Alphaba, just like folks try to convince us to stay in the status quo. She tells her, "Together we're unlimited. Together we'll be the greatest team there ever has been. Dreams the way we planned them, if we work in tandem. There's no fight we cannot win, just you and I defying gravity," is what the Wicked Witch says to her. "Come with me. Let's just don't settle for what the world says we should settle for. Come with me." But we have people in our lives that we know can't do that or won't do that, and they don't want us to go. They don't want us to take risk. They want us to stay in the safe zone. So what the Wicked Witch does, and what I hope that you'll consider today, is no matter who that person is that you feel like loves you and wants the best for you. Some folks cannot see past their trauma, cannot see past their addictions, their labels. Not to judge, but you cannot define your life on where someone else is in their recovery. and what they think is best for you. So the Wicked Witch tells Glinda that she loves very much. So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves the chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them now I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever going to bring me down. And of course, as the Wicked Witch defies gravity in the musical, everyone calls her wicked. Everybody tries to bring her down, saying nobody warns, no one mourns the wicked, that we have to bring her back. So, who says that to you? Do you say that to you? Defying gravity. One more thing I want to bring to you, and then I want to go to see what everybody's saying this morning that I thought was just unbelievable. So, just for today, defying gravity. This is another definition that I found that was pretty relevant for 2021. Defying gravity, turning up when everyone else is turning down. Turning it up. Going after your dreams and aspirations. Turning up when everyone else is turning down around you. Can you defy gravity this morning? Can you adopt this phrase for just for today? What are the things that are trying to ground you, that won't let you seek your western sky? Don't let anyone else tell your story. Just like the Wicked Witch and Wicked, she finally came out and told her story. If you go see Wicked, I promise you'll never look at the Wicked Witch the same again. Not like you did growing up watching The Wizard of Oz. I challenge you. All of those characters, just like us, have a story. And our story can be told by others for years and years that present us as wicked or less than, or we don't deserve to fly because you know what she did. You know what he did. But only you can tell your story, and you can defy gravity, and you can not just settle for the status quo, because this is what everybody expects you to do, because look at your past. Past is the past. So let's defy gravity today, just for today. All right, before we chime off, let's see who's on this morning. Thank you, Aaron. Nutritious this morning. We need that. I should have written that song because I wake up each morning to go for what I want, and I will have it or die going for it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry, Holly. Her phone is acting up. Okay, I hope you can get back on or maybe watch it later. But just for today, guys, defying gravity is our phrase for Monday, and maybe for a week, maybe for a lifetime. What is your gravity? What holds you down? I challenge you this morning to defy it. When everyone else is telling you you can't go back to school, you can't get that job, you can't get married, you can't have the life you want. Who's going to want you? We all have those people in our lives, and maybe it's us, maybe it's in our minds. But I challenge you this morning to defy gravity. Put all that out of your mind. whatever it is that's in your heart, whatever dreams you want to fly to, you can. You really, really can. And I'm saying that to you because I'm saying it to me this morning. The more I listen to that song, Defying Gravity, I challenge you, all of you, if you got YouTube, whatever, Spotify, or whatever music things you listen to, search Defying Gravity. And I want you to listen to it a couple of times if you've never heard it before. Listen to the words. And just remember, this is the Wicked Witch, that you didn't know her whole story, just like nobody knows your whole story, right? I challenge you to go listen to it and see what it'll do for you this morning. Listen to it. Really listen to it. It's a beautiful musical. And if you haven't seen Wicked, I'm not trying to do no advertisement Facebook, so please don't block my post. I'm not advertising it. I'm just telling you from my lived experience, it was an event, a musical that really helped me see life differently because I grew up all my life thinking about the Wizard of Oz in just one way. This musical will help you open your eyes not to just the Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch, but it hopefully will cause you to look within. There's so many things represented in this musical that will have you stopping and thinking about stigma, about hearing parts of people's story and not knowing the whole story, and about how misunderstood you may be. So just for today, Defying Gravity. Okay. Oh, Miss Holly says, I was told I could not be an actress. Well, that was a lie. You can be an actress, Miss Holly. You really can. I know you. I've talked with you. I don't know what kind of actress you wanted to be, but you can be an actress. You really can. And you can start today. You can figure out avenues to be an actress, but that doesn't have to define you. Don't let that stop whatever dreams and aspirations that you have right now, right? But we know what it feels like for somebody to tell us what we can't do, right? And we believe it. Be careful who you let in your ears. And you can use this phrase all day long. When someone says anything to you that tries to define you, you can just say, you know what? I appreciate your thoughts, but I'm defying gravity today. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Guys, thank you for tuning in for Just for Today. This is just a word or phrase in the recovery rooms, AA, NA, Al Anon, to take something and just consider it just for today to see if it adds value to your life, right? So today, defying gravity is our word on Monday, August the 30th. So go out today and defy gravity at every turn. And keep this phrase in your mind all day as you are challenged. When people get in your mind, in your ears, try to get into your heart, defy it. When everybody else is saying negative things, you step it up and be positive about your own life and about the world that we're living in right now. There's a lot of things going on right now in our world that have us concerned, from natural disasters to war, all kind of things on a global sense. And then of course we got things in our personal lives sitting right up here on our front porch and waiting us on our jobs or at school or wherever. But today we're going to defy gravity. We're going to have positive thoughts. We're going to seek our higher power, whoever that is for you. And we're going to do our best today to stay level and calm and seek the ways that we can defy our own gravity. And speak that out into the universe and help others see that they can too. Okay? Well, guys, we are open. I hope I'll see some of you this morning at Promise Resource Network. And if you need us, I'm just going to flip this up there real quick. Miss Kim Porter will be there with us today, but she answers our phones and gives out beautiful information. And if she doesn't know the answer, she will find someone that does. And there's the number there. So give her a call if you need anything about us or need some information about what we're doing. And then, of course, just a shout out to our warm line It's free and confidential 24/7. This extension of PRN, where we shut down at 4:30. This extension's on, so all day, all night long, all early morning. If you need someone to talk to, need some resources, some information, please feel free to call. These are our peer support specialists who are there to listen, to love on you. They've got the lived experience that they can share with you to inspire hope. Okay, so keep that moving, guys. So today, can we defy gravity? Defying gravity. So if you work with me, I hope when I see you this morning that's be your first phrase that you say to me is, I'm defying gravity. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you guys Wednesday at 6:30 for Just for Today. You guys have a great Monday. Go out and defy gravity. I love you guys.